If I were you, I would have done better. You don't even do better in your own life. In my place with where I came from and what I had to overcome, you would have never even survived. Shout out to the spiritual Betty for sharing that. Oh my gosh, she's definitely a real one for that. Absolutely. Collective, if you clicked on this message, it's because people can't even walk in their own shoes, let alone a couple of steps in yours, right? They can't even fit into your shoe. Like, it's giving people just be projecting, but it's like they're not really making anything happen, right? It's like it's giving, okay, you're just talking because you don't actually have your own life. Like, these people, collective, that have so much to say about you and your life have nothing going for theirs. Like, these are your family members. These are your toxic friends and people that are just not good for you, right? They go around and they have nothing else better to do. They don't feel good about their lives. You know, their lives are all over the place, right? So they're looking for distractions because they don't want to deal with their life. They're looking for other people to be distracted with and target to take the heat up off of their life, right? To take the just to distract them away because they don't want to deal with their lives. Whole hot mess of a life, but yet they want to channel in and tunnel on you. You know, you're somebody who's very transparent. You know, you're somebody who is, you're just living your life freely. You live your life unapologetically. You have no shame in how you live your life. You just live your life freely and unbothered, right? But yet these people are so bothered by your life and your decisions and what you're doing. You know, you're the type of person who's very innovative. You know, you're not afraid to try new things. You're not afraid to move to different cities and travel and just start over, right? And people who are afraid of that, they have a problem with you. Oh, I wouldn't have done it like that. I would have did it like this. Well, you don't even do your own life. So how would you have done my life, right? That's what it gives. And this don't even bother you no more, collective. These types of people, when you get around these type of people, they actually motivate you. You know what I'm saying? Because they're a reminder of who you'll never be. They're a reminder that, hey, if I would have settled, this is where I would be. So let me keep going harder, right? That's where you're at now, you know, collective, because for so long, so many people had so much to say about you and your life and what you were doing, right? These are family members. These are people who've known you for a while. They always commented on your life, always judged your life, always criticized you and what you were doing. But yet, they just keep talking year in and year out. For a minute, your life seemed like it was chaotic. For a minute, it seemed like your life wasn't going the right way. But you had a method to your madness. And look at you now. You're focused. You're transformed. You're a whole different person. And look at these people still talking, but look at them. Basic. Didn't do nothing with their lives. Bodies all up out of shape. You know, miserable, bitter, spewing hate and drama, still gossiping, talking about people 10, 20 years later. They ain't got no type of income, you know, like they're not self-employed. They don't do anything outside of work. They don't strive to elevate. Like, they're just stagnant and stuck where they're at. And you became the topic of their conversation. All because you're doing more than what they could ever do, you know? And it's so crazy for them to think that they could chime in and tell you what you would do with your life, yet they can't even handle their own lives. Like, they would, even if they were walking in their own shoes, right? And they were like doing a thing. Even then, they still couldn't touch you, collective. The shoe don't fit. They would not be able to handle you and what you're doing, right? Some of these people even tried to copy you and say, oh, well, I can do it better. And then they try it and they fall flat on their face. They struggle miserably and embarrassingly, looking like clowns in the circus that they are, trying to think that they could do what you do, right? You're the type of person, you make it look easy, collective. You make it look real easy. And they're finding out that, oh, it's not as easy as I thought, right? So now you got people's foots in their mouths because they had so much to say. I'm sure they're retracting their statements now. You make people retract their statements because they get out there and think that they can do you or do you better, and then they do it, and it's a fail. Every single time it's a fail, right? It's a fail every single time, collective. So it's just so funny. That's why you be cracking up. Like, you don't even care about when people be talking out the side of their neck trying to come for you, because it's like, listen, if you could do me and do it better, then do it. So be it. And you let them, you watch them. And no, they don't at all. Fall flat on their face, be crying, hooting, hollering, fumbling. Yeah, exactly, collective. Yo, collective, you are too funny out here. Like, why you be doing that to these people? Well, they be doing it to themselves. So you just be there to enjoy the ride and watch them self-destruct, right? So if this is you, if this message resonates in any way, like if you got people out here talking about you, saying what you shoulda, coulda, woulda done, but you know for a fact they can't walk a mile in your shoe. They couldn't even fit your shoe. Can't even walk in their own shoes. Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear, because I know I can't be the only one. I know there's some other people out there who deal with these types of people, right? And you just keep it moving now. Like, no, we're not doing that, all right? And listen, if this is your first time here on my channel, make sure you subscribe if you enjoy my content, because, you know, it's a vibe over here all the time, all right? We are growing and we are flowing. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. It's Karkar. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.